I'm not surprised the Guardians made a run like this. The Guardians are very well managed. You could argue they have the best manager in baseball. They always have a good pitching staff, and their pitching staff somehow figures it out in the second half. If you look at the Cleveland Guardians record in the second half in the last 3 seasons, this is the best team in baseball. Jose Ramirez, you're not going to be talking about him as an MVP candidate, but if you look at his numbers in the second half, Jose Ramirez, you can see why he is such a special player. You can see why the Guardians are making a run like they are. They're dangerous. I believe the Cleveland Guardians are as dangerous as a second-half team as any team in baseball.
The Guardians, it shouldn't surprise anybody at this point when they always make a run, no matter where they're at. They've always been the underdog just because they don't really ever have a huge name. I love Jose Ramirez. He doesn't fly under the radar as much as he used to because everybody's like, all right, let's stop talking about him as underrated because he's not.
I told you they're good. They hit this moment where it's like, all right, you're either going to do it or you're not going to do it. When they had that like streak of losing at the trade deadline, we lost Clase, who was supposed to bring in a ton of whatever he wanted. Basically, you can command whatever you want for Clase. And then we also lost Luis Ortiz, multiple injuries, guys coming up and down, got rid of Bieber, 6-man rotation at some point, and they're just trying everything they can to win. And then to me, this shows like this team is super resilient. I know they're young, but it's like, I don't know if they necessarily know what they just did, like overcoming 15 and a half games and the most in history. It reminds me a lot of the team I was on in 2017 when we won 22 in a row. Like they're just synergizing.